This transportation TV program is made possible in part by the Associated General Contractors of America, AGC, quality people, quality projects. This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. Senate Democrats failed to obtain the 60 votes needed November 3rd to pass a White House proposal that would spend $50 billion to pay for needed repairs to the nation's aging transportation systems and create thousands of construction jobs. All 47 Senate Republicans, 1 Democrat, and 1 Independent voted against the transportation component of the president's $447 billion Jobs Act. The vote, which was not surprising, followed a speech by the president on Wednesday, which was delivered near the Key Bridge, a safe but structurally deficient span linking Virginia and Washington, D.C.
Our highways are clogged with traffic. Our railroads are no longer the fastest and most efficient in the world. Our air traffic congestion is the worst in the world. And we've got to do something about this because our businesses and our entire economy are already paying for it.
In an exclusive interview with Transportation TV this week, Tennessee Republican Representative John J. Duncan, Jr., chairman of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee on Highways and Transit, said while the president's goal is correct, his methods aren't.
I agree with the president when he says that there's a lot of things we need to do in regard to infrastructure and that we've got to spend some money to do those things. I think, though, that we're not going to pass his jobs bill in full or in piecemeal portions.
Duncan suggested that the president support passage of a 6-year surface transportation reauthorization bill. Veteran lawmaker also echoed comments posted this week by House Speaker John Boehner on his blog. The Ohio Republican announced that, quote, in the coming weeks, House Republicans will formally introduce an energy and infrastructure jobs bill and hope to move the legislation through the House before the end of the year.
They've now decided to make this transportation bill the main Republican jobs bill. And they have committed to finding additional funding over what they had committed to earlier. Speaker Boehner has committed to a bill that would keep spending at current levels, and that's a real sign of progress, and that's another reason that I think in the end we'll pass a major bill in this Congress.
In other news, environmental issues were a major focus at the AASHTO Annual Meeting held October 13th through the 17th in Detroit, Michigan. Washington State Transportation Secretary Paula Hammond, chairman of the AASHTO Climate Change Steering Committee, said these kinds of gatherings are critical.
With all of the pressures we have on our own budgets, our economies in our states, and yet the continued need for and interest in clean environments in our states, it's now more than ever important for us CEOs to talk about what we're doing.
Hammond says Washington and other states are doing more than ever to strike that delicate balance between preserving and/or expanding transportation infrastructure while protecting the environment.
In 2008, our legislature passed a climate change law, and it was emission reduction by 50% in 50 years. So we've been working very closely with stakeholders, environmental groups, contractors, truckers, all the people who use the transportation system, businesses, in working on solutions that we can minimize drive-alone behavior to keep freight moving. Think about options for travel. Think about clean energy. We have a big clean energy effort going on right now.
To learn more about what state DOTs are doing in this field, visit AASHTO's Center for Environmental Excellence at environment.transportation.org. And this programming note, Representative Duncan's entire interview will be featured November 18th on the View from Washington channel right here on Transportation TV. Duncan speaks candidly about everything from his 25-year career in Congress to transportation reforms, reauthorization, and a lot more. That's the Transportation TV News Update. Thanks for watching. This transportation TV program is made possible in part by the Associated General Contractors of America, AGC, Quality People, Quality Projects.